Hi, I'm Deidre and welcome back to my channel today. Well, before we get into any of the particulars, let's just kind of go over some stuff. It's been a while since I've recorded anything. There's been several reasons for that. One, I had some stuff already recorded that I just hadn't gotten around to editing or doing stuff with. And I kind of wanted to get that out of the way first. Two, I moved and I was trying to get myself together enough that I had a good recording space. Three, I've been really busy at work and so not really inclined to do anything other than just coming home and vegging. and then I got COVID on top of everything. I did have some videos that were already recorded, and because of all of everything that was happening, I just hadn't gotten around to editing them, which I was in the process of doing that today. I realized that I accidentally lost some of the video recording, not myself, obviously, but the actual video recording. So I'm having to recreate some of that. So in the meantime, I decided, well, I don't want to starve anybody for content, and so I'm just going to go ahead and record a different video that I can go ahead and upload for you guys, because I did record District 9, my reaction to District 9, and I lost my actual video footage for that, so I'm gonna have to try to recreate it somehow. Probably, yeah. And that's not the only stuff either. There were 2 Enhypen videos that I recorded that I lost the video stuff for that as well. So I'm having to recreate those, but those were like really short videos. So anyway, so I decided, why not? I've got myself set up because I had to record a pre-record video for that one. Basically stating what had been going on and why I hadn't updated anything, and that it was a previous record for a couple of other videos. So I figured I'll go ahead and record another StrayKids so that I can upload it for you guys. So you're welcome. But yeah, so stuff is going to be a little sporadic. And I'm gonna be blunt honest with you, the last couple of months have been really hard between my moving and work and getting sick. Like, I really was questioning whether or not I should even like continue with this channel. I've always said that I will do it until I'm not, I just don't want to do it anymore. And so there for a little bit, I really thought, and I'm sorry, yes, I did just tear up, but it's because I feel like my eyes are horribly dry, not because I'm upset or anything. So, excuse the tears. Ugh. Like, I feel like, ugh, anyway. So, but yeah, no, I really was questioning whether or not I wanted to continue with the channel. So, I kind of already, like, watched a whole bunch of StrayKid videos. I mean, I was already like, I had already started down a deep dive when I decided, spur of the moment, to do StrayKids, and I think one of the things that I'm gonna have to rethink about this channel is my formatting, because I had started with the format of I wanted to get to know a group and I wanted to go through their whole discography, which is fine and dandy for those that I'm really enjoying, but I think I really need to like just start doing something a little bit different. So I have decided that for the groups that I'm covering now, I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing. Then for others, other groups. I'm going to start incorporating more videos in. I'm going to do a completely different type of format for them, which I think will be helpful, that I can start getting more groups integrated into my channel, but I can still deep dive, right? So yeah. And then I do have several videos, especially for my BTS videos. I have like one massive video that I have planned that I want to do before I do any more videos for BTS. And that one's going to take me a very long time to set up, record, and do. So I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to formulate what I want to do in my head, and then how I'm going to actually like execute it is my big thing. Anyway, so yeah, so full disclosure, I've already watched this video a million times, because like I've said before, you know, when I started getting into StrayKids, I had already seen God's Menu, and then Maniac came out, and I believe it was Maniac that I was like, okay, I want more StrayKids, because StrayKids is totally, their concept, their sound is really up my alley, which is a lot of stuff that I normally listen to anyway sounds a lot like StrayKids. Or, I mean, StrayKids doesn't sound a lot like anybody, but it's the type of like off the wall type music that I really enjoy, like. And I love how they can go from one genre to another genre, like totally and completely different, which is great. And so, so I really wanted to get to know them more. And then of course, this whole hiatus thing for me, I questioned whether or not I want to continue. And at a weak point, I was like, I'm not going to, I'm just going to go ahead and binge watch everything. And so that's what I did. I did not binge watch everything, but I binge watched enough that, yeah. So I'm going to be watching Maniac, and the dance practice for Maniac today. And I've already seen this a million times, so it's not going to be like a fresh first time reaction, but it's going to be a reaction, and we can talk about things. I have seen the accident trailer, and I've seen a lot of like conspiracy theory type stuff, or conspiracy theory, but theories about how Ordinary and accident and No Easy, I believe, are all kind of like intertwined. I mean, it does sound kind of cool, and I am so here for StrayKids Pink Era. Yeah. All right. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's go. All right. And of course I started just to turn around and stop, just like everybody, every single reactor that I've watched. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna cough or try to clear the tickle in my throat, because I'm still suffering from COVID. Here I am like 5 weeks later, and I think today is the first day that I've actually been able to converse without like bursting out into coughing. So I might have to cut this short because I do end up coughing, or I might not talk a lot just because of that. But right. But yeah, my mouth and my brain don't want to work right now. And two, I always question myself on how to pronounce his name. Hyunjin. He is one beautiful, beautiful man. But him with this like hot pink hair, I'm here for it. And I love the whole concept of the upside down worlds. Yeah. And the panning. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry I paused it so fast, but the panning, it makes, this obviously came out before Left and Right did, but that type of panning, I love it, my brain, it tickles my brain. I love it so much. I'm gonna pause it again in a second. Hold on. Okay. After this came out, and I watched this for the first time, somebody on Twitter or TikTok, one of the two, mentioned how he looks like Dopey from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And ever since then, I cannot not see that. Every time that he pops up on the screen when he's wearing this purple cap and green shirt, green jacket. And so I put it into your heads too. You're welcome. Just saying. I did this earlier. I have no idea what the heck is going on. Why my closed captions are going straight to Korean and not English. But whatever. Alright. Han, I have watched so much StrayKids content that is sealed that Han is my bias. And I don't even think I have a bias breaker, but boy do I have a ship. Because Lino and Han together are just the cutest. Because you have Lino's that, how do you pronounce that? Tsundere? Like cold on the outside, warm on the inside. And Han is the extroverted introvert, is what I like to call him. Because that's what I am. He's very outgoing, loud, obnoxious. I'm not loud and obnoxious, but when you're trying not to be an introvert, that's what happens, is you become an exaggerated person, right? And that's exactly what he is because he's very much an introvert. He has a lot of internal feelings but he knows that he can't be that way a lot of the time. And then too, when you become really familiar with people or you become really comfortable with them, you can actually show a side of yourself that you don't show other people, and it tends to be a little bit more of it's more of an outgoing personality type. And I think that's why I like him so much, is because he is very sensitive and in his feelings, but very much puts on a show for those around him, and I can totally relate to that because I do it too. And his faces, I just love his faces. 100 and his like intensity that he does right there, just this boy, like considering that he basically was brought into JYP as a trainee that had no experience whatsoever in singing and dancing, and has become the type of dancer that he is is remarkable. You can totally tell that he had talent there, that is untapped talent. And, but this boy, when he gets on stage, well, or when he performs in any way whatsoever, the facial expressions, in his body movements, just like, he reminds me, like, okay, don't come at me. I'm gonna compare him. Not compare. I'm going to state the other three groups that I follow right at the moment, and they're dancers that I feel the same way about, right? Yes. So in BTS, obviously you have the 4 dancers, okay? So you have J-Hope, Jimin, JK, and you have V, right? So Jimin and J-Hope are like so technically perfect in their dancing, in their respective techniques, right? And they're captivating on their own. JK, obviously, great dancer, captivating on his own. There's something about V when he performs, it's his facial expressions that he does that just, I'm in awe at sometimes. He's not the best dancer of BTS. He's a really great dancer, but he's not the dancer for BTS. But it's his facial expressions, right? Astro, right? We've got Rocky. Rocky technically is a wonderful, like, arguably the most underrated dancer in K-pop. Okay? That boy is just wonderful. But for me, it's Moonbin, right? And Jinjin's underrated. Sanha, who technically is not part of the dance line, but he should be because that boy can dance. But for me, it's Moonbin because Moonbin's facial expressions, and he's just very captivating, right? I'm not gonna get into and hyping just yet. But with these guys, Lino, right? Lino's the dancer, right? But Hyunjin and his facial expressions just, and I mean, and you know, Felix too, but for me, it's all about Hyunjin. Like, I literally cannot keep my eyes off of him when he's dancing. And same with V, right? All right. And the fact that Hong can sing too. I love that Hyunjin can get as low, almost as low as Felix. Oh, my brain went like 5 different ways because I'm sitting here trying to remember not to mention how when they did that, the world flipped upside down, right? And then I got distracted by Christopher's abs because pretty much since the Thunderous video, maybe even before, because like I said, I have done a deep dive. I've done a dive, but I haven't done that deep of a dive. But I feel like every video since Thunderous, he's showing his abs. So he can't not show them, right? Anyway. And I finally have learned Lino and In, because for me, those two could be like twins, but. I like this breakdown. And I love that he's got the heterochrome contacts in, right? Just like Benny did in God's Menu in the very beginning, right? Kind of gorgeous voice. I love that it says if you want breakfast in bed, sleep in the kitchen. I don't think I've ever really paid attention to the pictures. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on and watch the dance practice. StrayKids, you make StrayKids Day. Excuse me. I love this. Okay. I'm sitting here watching Kendra in the back and his little but while Felix is going off stage. And so I didn't do very much research here, but did he hurt himself? Is that why he's not really involved in this choreography? Because I feel like obviously I've watched this before, and I love the relay dances, which eventually I'll get around to watching those on the channel, probably over on my Patreon or here. I don't know, whatever. But he's not involved, and he's not involved very much in the choreo. And I'm wondering, did he hurt himself? Is that what it is? I should look that up. But if you know, let me know. I love this blue hair on Chris. Those hip rolls. Okay, this move to why can't I do it? To whatever this is. All right. That. There we go. This, that. It's such a simple. I love it though. Yeah, see, he just skips right on out. And this little tower, I love it. I just want to dance along. And the footfalls. I love that, hearing that. Oh, okay. I've never really paid attention to the guys on the peripheral. Obviously, it just hinged, so I was looking at Christopher. Never really noticed their hand gestures. Okay. Whoop! Rub those thighs. Hopping. Eek. I love that. When they do this so close to the floor, like, obviously it's supposed to be them like hitting the floor, but without hitting the floor, without hurting themselves. But did anybody, like in practice or anything, hit themselves and actually hurt themselves? Because excuse me, I totally feel like they would have, because I know I would have. Anyway, okay, well, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you come back for more Stray Kids, or if you like this, again, I have Hypen and BTS and Astro and a few Billy. I really do need to get back to Billy. Videos that you can watch. I've got a ton of BTS and a good amount of Hypen and Astro stuff. So yeah, go check that stuff out. And in the meantime, I hope you're doing great. I hope you have a good day, a good week, a good run, a good year, or whenever you're watching this. I hope you're doing awesome. And until next time, bye.